Welcome back, everyone. No internet connection. Oh, shit. So, I don't know what that is about. Welcome back, though, everyone, to another episode of Minecraft. So, things might look a little bit different currently, and the reason why is because I got a new chair. As you can see, I have an ergonomic office chair now. It's actually very comfortable. It's a lot better than mine. But, oh, look at this! Minecraft's been updated. So, yes, I'd like to play now. So, last time we played was yet like a few nights ago. I think it was the day before the update. Ow. And this episode, I plan on experimenting a little bit with some of the new things. So the main thing we did last episode was work on my farms. And by work on my farms, I mean we did a lot of tilling. A lot of tilling and a lot of placing water buckets. In this episode, I'm going to be playing around with the spears and perchance the Nautilus. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing. So first of all, let's go ahead and let's make a spear. I actually don't know how to make a spear. How do you do that? What do you do to make a spear? Also, can I... I don't know how to make a spear. Oh, it's just... Oh, okay. Just one. Oh, sweet. You know what I want to do is I want to throw on... I don't have a lot of levels. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to head down to the deep dark. And I'm going to mine up some stuff. I think I'll probably repair this hoe really quick with diamonds. Because... I want to get XP, and if I don't repair it with diamonds, then I probably won't get XP. So, I'm gonna just, okay, I just realized also my anvil is up here. I know it's not a good idea to repair it like this, but... How do I do the... How do I do, like, the dash with the spear? Is it, like, broken? 'Cause I don't think it should be like that. Should it? Unless I need to update the game. Somehow. I think I think the spear might be busted. But anyways, what we did last time is we did all of this. There is a lot of cropland here. There's a lot, guys. This is the first big plot that I'm going to be working on. Or the first big plot. There's going to be two. And after this plot, there's going to be one on the other side. So, hold on. I'm going to see. Okay, so it is broken. It shouldn't look like that. Also, this is really fun to mess with. I just wish that it wasn't... I think it's just a bedrock thing. Or maybe I need to go ahead and leave and then rejoin. Because this shouldn't... I don't think that's... Yeah. So we're gonna leave really quick, actually. I'm gonna see if I need to update anything. Or maybe we just need to leave and rejoin. Maybe I need to turn off, maybe I just need to turn off actions and stuff. Because it doesn't have... I don't think they updated actions and stuff yet for spears. Because they haven't been able to. But they might have had a lot of time. I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. Either way. I'm really excited to actually mess around with the spear. I will say that this update is pretty fun. I can't wait to get like zombie horses and stuff. But I kind of wish they would do other... This might be an actions and stuff thing. So I guess until they fix it, I might just turn it off. Because there's no way that's a bug with the actual game, right? Deactivate. Let's turn it off for now. Just so we can get the full experience with the spear. Looks really big. It looks real like this spear. Why is it so damn bright? Did actions and stuff like make it darker or something? Anyways, so we'll go ahead and we'll head into the caves, and we're gonna head down to the ancient city. And we'll mine up a bunch of skulk, get like a lot of levels, and then we'll hit the spear with a few enchantments, get it ready to go. Ideally sharpness and maybe lunge if I can get it without having to put a note or an enchanted book on it. And then I'll explore the Nether a bit today. So I've kind of been holding that off. I just got done with like a shit ton of building, and so I don't really want to like. I don't really want to do a lot more like farming or whatever right now. I just want to have fun and do something silly, like exploring the Nether. Also, let me say that the standard of animations for the spear is great. I love this. It looks really good. It's perfectly Minecrafty, but in a great way. Now, if they keep, I hope they start focusing on updates that just make the game like feel more immersive, you know? Like I hope they start working on like animations for other mobs like cows and sheep. Maybe not ones as bouncy as actions and stuff, but kind of like the copper golem, how it's kind of new. But it also has like good animations. I think that'd be a good update to focus on. Or maybe that's something they could do like a little bit at a time. Like over time they'll add those animations. I would hope they would do that, but you never know. I just did a bunch of schoolwork, turned in my final for graphic design, did some discussions. You know, I think I'll actually start with this right here. This is the way you do it. If you can get a hoe from an ancient city that has like a mending and efficiency on it, you can just mine out all the skulk, get so much XP, and you can clear the world of the skulk. I remember Luke the Notable, he did like 100 days on... What's up, Lucky? He did like 100 days on a Deep Dark world. On hardcore, which is pretty neat. That one's actually really interesting. Because nothing spawns in Deep Dark biomes except for the Warden. So you can't really get villagers or anything. And you really just have like piglins, I guess. And whatever else you might find in the Nether. So it's kind of interesting in that sense. But then at some point when he got like perfect gear, he didn't really do anything because there's nothing left to do. So it was interesting, you know, watching him figure out stuff. But yeah, this is what you do. That's how you get so much experience. And it doesn't cost you nothing because it gives you XP, so it mends your... Oh, nice. It mends your hoe for you, so you don't have to worry about breaking it. So it'll be repaired automatically. And plus, I don't know if it's just me, but I tend to find like a lot of diamonds and stuff. Neat. I tend to find like a lot of diamonds and stuff when I do this type of thing, because they hide underneath the skulk, and so you can also get like a lot of materials from that too. It's good for that regard. Other than that, I have like probably an hour and a half at worst, 2 hours at best, so I won't necessarily be able to be here for that long, but I can be. Certainly can be here for a decent amount of time. Something I also want to talk about really quick. Probably not really quick. I'll probably take a long time to actually get to my point. If y'all know me decently well, you'll know, is there still like, there's still not anything here, right? Like there's no more centers and shriekers. But anyways, if you'll know me, you'll know I like Total Drama. I grew up on that show, partially, right? And a show I like to watch because of that is Disventure Camp. Disventure Camp is basically like Total Drama. See what I mean? It's basically like Total Drama if it were more like adult, you know? Obviously, the target audience is still teenagers, but the characters do more adult things like swear. Some of them are adults. And it sounds corny when I describe it like, oh, they swear, they're so edgy. But it's more like adult, realistic dialogue compared to Total Drama. Usually. Sometimes it's really not. But for the most part, Disventure Camp is it was for a while a pretty small, it was like an indie animation kind of thing. An inspiration by Total Drama. And the first season, the beta of season 1, was actually taken down, I think, Refresh TV maybe. Because I think they had like Chris McLean in it. So obviously they're like, nope, we're not dealing with this. You get rid of that now. So they took it down. But they rebranded, they changed the host, they made a season 2 to the beta, and eventually it started popping off. I joined the fandom around like season 1 when it was starting to air, like the remake of season 1. They had the beta of season 1, which had, I think, Chris McLean in it, and so they had to like scrap that, and it was delisted or whatever. And I don't know if you can even watch it anymore. I think there is, but generally speaking, it's a very choppy season, but it's really impressive that it was able to be made at all, so you gotta give it props for that. And again, I joined around the remake of season 1. I started finding characters that I really like Dan, which is really weird, because Dan is like such a meaningless character, basically. He does nothing, almost. I mean, he has a relationship with Gabby, kind of, but then he just does nothing. But he did appear in Tom Jake, which I'm actually kind of excited for. I'm gonna watch the 4th episode to see if he's in it. Judging by the fact that he's gonna help Tom find his dad, I would assume that he will be, at least in some way, be in the episode. But anyways, I joined the fandom around the beginning of the season 1 remake. I started developing characters that I really liked, or I started watching the show and finding characters that I enjoyed more than others. And after season 1 concluded, I was like, you know what? This is actually pretty good. This is really good. This is really, really impressive. And I think it was around, well, I watched all of season 1. And then after season 1 was over, I can't remember. It was, since season 2 was already made, they were going to season 3, which was All Stars. I remember when All Stars was announced right after season 1 finished. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're already making another season? It's coming out like in a month? Awesome. Probably like 2 months at that point, but it was like December and it was done. And then they announced All Stars was coming out in like January. And I was like, oh, I'm hyped, dude. I can't wait to watch this. And it was really good at the beginning, right? The first few episodes of All Stars were amazing. It felt like a really good continuation of this character's stories. But then it started going downhill, and All Stars turned out to be a disaster. Comparable, if not worse, than like Total Drama All Stars itself. Which is really sad because the season had so much potential. And you know what? For a little bit, it did meet that potential. For a little bit, it was pretty good. But ultimately, didn't live up to it. So unfortunately, All Stars was a disaster. However, season 4 is announced, there's a new cast, and everyone was excited, me included. I don't even think my girlfriend knows I watched the series. I feel like it'd be embarrassing if I told her I did, so I haven't done it yet. It's such a meaningless thing to hide from her, but it's something. But season 4 was a start of something great. And I'll be honest, the pre-merge of that season, before like the teams combined together into one, it was really good. Like, every character was fun, all the eliminations felt like they were written fine, and they made sense. And every character was generally enjoyable. I was at a point where I was watching the series and I was like, every one of these characters are so cool. I genuinely would not mind if any of them won. Like, I'm talking, I could, my least favorite character is probably Amelie. Maybe. I don't know. But I wouldn't even be mad at her winning at that point in the beginning of the season. Because she was just a great character. But then it just had the same problems. It started going downhill, you know? It started going downhill. Writing got horrible, and this leads to what I wanted to talk about. The season 4 was so good at the beginning, it ended up being very controversial and generally received as a mediocre season overall because the ending dragged it down so much, even though the beginning was really good. And apparently, part of that reason could have been because the voice actors, in the beginning of the season, they had a lot of agency over how they portrayed their character that they played. Like, they would be able to add some lines and stuff, like, you know, improvise, you could say, their lines. And for a lot of the time, they were allowed to do that. But then after the merge happened, they were getting more stricter. Odd Nations was trying to enforce them to, like, hey, start reading these lines and don't try to add anything new to it. And because of that, a lot of the characters lost their charm that many people liked about them, especially Logan. And overall, the season just got worse. And I could feel it. I don't know. I'll have to rewatch season 4 again at some point. But I think if I do, I'll probably enjoy the first few episodes way more than the last few. Simply because they were having fun recording them. It felt like they were setting up so many plot lines, you know? And it makes me wonder, how could they have gone so wrong? If it was working, the fans were liking it, why would they change it? I get that they prepare a lot of stuff in advance. They probably have a few episodes ready to go. They might even already have like an episode ready to go for the next season. But the thing is, right, if they seems like Jared, the main guy, I think, who made it all possible, has favorites. Which is horrible to have for a show like this. Because if everyone hates a certain character and you have them win, Logan, then everyone's gonna hate your season. Honestly, like I'll be honest. I think at the beginning of the season, Logan was literally one of my top 3s. Genuinely one of my top 3s in the season. It was him, Spencer, and Benji. Those are my top 3 characters. But after the season, I probably wouldn't even put him in the top 10. It's the fact that flipping his character honestly would be so much better if he had simply gotten repercussions for flipping so many times. He flipped on his alliances and friends so often, yet no one really brought anything up. And in fact, the voice actor for one of the other characters, Zayd, who was eliminated because Logan flipped again, he said that if he had more agency, he would have had Zayd like crash out over him at the jury roundtable and see an episode like I think 22, if I'm not wrong, probably am. But that's the thing, is that they lost agency over their characters and they couldn't make them say things that they probably should have been saying, like him crashing out at Logan. And ultimately, it just made it worse. It made it seem like everyone just kind of forgets that Logan did everyone so dirty by flipping. And what's even worse is that they tried to write it off like all the characters are stupid. When Zayd was eliminated, Logan basically told her that, yeah, Zayd was lying to you. And instead of actually talking to him and seeing if the obvious lie was true or false, she just immediately believed Logan, voted Zayd off. It was the most bullshit elimination ever. And honestly, Zayd's probably in my top 3 now over Logan. But the fact that they did nothing with him pretty much the entire season and then just got rid of him like that just tells me that they're probably keeping him around just simply so they could have him to be eliminated. They kept him for fodder, basically. So that way other characters like Logan could get further. Because obviously Logan would have been eliminated earlier. I think if Logan was eliminated, like, early merge, after his thing with Spencer, and accepting, you know what, maybe I like guys and girls, that's cool. Or maybe, better yet, he gets bronze again, or loses, and says, you know what, winning isn't everything, I'm fine with losing. I conquered my fear of swimming, now I can go on to be like a professional athlete, or whatever the fuck he does. That would have been much better. Granted, Jade wasn't the best winner either, she was very fleshed out. I didn't really care for her at all either, I thought she was really boring. Cool, but boring. But still, I think it would have been much better than fucking Logan winning. So, I don't know. Just stupid. and he just plays favorites, you know? I don't even know who's the worst winner, to be honest. Logan or fucking Rhea. Rhea's just... Honestly, Rhea might be worse. Because at least his actions were like... Because at least Logan's actions, despite being really petty and annoying, he wasn't like trying to hurt anyone. Maybe mentally he hurt some people, but obviously it's just playing the game. Rhea was genuinely trying to kill some people, probably. Or genuinely like tried to hurt them, which is crazy. Like obviously if it's in the moment and it's like, oh, I need to push you so I can win immunity, it's fine. But she genuinely had no reason to do that to some of those people, like Connor. And she got nothing from it, pretty much. I mean, everyone hated her, sure. But at least Logan's were, like, just basic actions that a lot of people in the game would do. So, him not being, like, getting comeuppance is a little less worse, I guess. You know what? I get how I didn't see this, because it was covered in skull. So. But you know what? Overall, I think Season 4 is a step in the right direction, sort of. But to be fair, it wasn't hard to improve on that travesty that was All-Stars. So, I don't really know. I can't really give them too much praise. And we're at a point where, like, Odd Nations is a studio. They're like a company at this point. We can't excuse these writing mistakes, because I know they can do better. Season 1 is still the best written season, in my opinion. I think I enjoyed Season 4 more overall, just because of how good those first few episodes were. But, generally speaking, overall writing and satisfying conclusions would probably definitely go to Season 1. Because Miriam winning feels a lot more satisfying and earned than Logan. Because Logan's already an Olympic gymnast, okay? If he got second place, so what, right? You know? He conquered his fear of water. If he conquered his fear of water and he lost, that's fine, because he still got over his worst... Is this an unexplored area? Oh no, I've been over here. Did I even lose this chest? I feel like this is something I didn't even check. I'm kind of glad I went over here, actually. So I'm getting some chests I didn't get. But you know what? The biggest controversy of this season is that the Spanish voice actors, right? They were paid a salary for their voice acting, obviously. That makes sense, you know? You pay your freaking people who work for you. Duh. But the English voice actors for all the characters, they didn't get anything. They got nothing from the voice acting itself. They only got money from the greetings that you can buy for them. Which, keep in mind, they didn't even get much of it. They got like a fourth of the money, I think, which was like $25 per greeting. Which sounds good on paper, right? Because like, oh, you know what? There's probably going to be a lot of greetings being commissioned, so they're going to get a lot of money. But what if you were a character like... that's not as popular? What if you voiced, I don't know, Dan in Season 1? Do you know how many Dan greetings there are? Do you know how many? There's not many. There really isn't. Now, I was thinking actually at one point about shelling out $100 to buy a greeting from him. But ultimately, it's kind of a dumb investment. I like the show, but I'm not in this spot right now to where I can just shell out $100 for something as basic as a greeting. But you know what? That's the thing, is that a lot of the characters, some of them just aren't popular. So, just because their character wasn't as popular means they're going to get paid less than someone. You can't anticipate a character's popularity. You have to just pay your workers a salary. Pay your voice actors, dude. Pay them, like, the same rate. And then everything that they earn from the commissions or the greetings is just additional money. The $25 is totally fine because obviously the animators have to do the part of the job as well. But when you don't pay them for the actual work of the season, it just makes me furious because they deserve to be paid for their hard work. They did such a good job too. The animation, voice acting, and everything of this Venture Camp has improved so much over like the past few years. It has. I was in Season 1. I watched the beta of Season 2. I genuinely really enjoyed it because even though it wasn't the best of quality at the beginning, and even though it didn't match the quality that we have now of the show at the end even, it was still something for Total Drama that I really liked because we had gotten nothing from that show for so long. And this Venture Camp felt like just a love letter to the show and this community, and it was. But now they're not paying their voice actors, technically, because they paid them with the greetings, which you might not even get many of. Granted, I think all the Season 4 characters are written well enough to have people who genuinely like them and keep buying greetings from them, but that doesn't justify what they did. It's ridiculous. And they clearly have the money. You're telling me that like they will charge $100 for the greetings, but they're only going to give the voice actors $25, or not be able to pay the voice actors a salary? There's no way they can't. Like, why would they? How would they not be able to? I mean, granted, I don't know what exactly the cost of producing a show like that would cost. My guess is in the millions, maybe overall. After. Nope. But the fact that they just don't pay their voice actors is really concerning to me. It's just like, just scummy. And I hope that they can do better. I hope that they will move on from this and actually pay them now. But only time will tell. Anyways, I'm going to leave this place now, because I've got 39 levels. I'll be honest, I actually even joined the Patreon for the show for like a year. But I stopped, because I've noticed the pattern. I've noticed the pattern they've done. They start off really strong, everyone's hyped because the season's going great, and then they fuck everything up in the merge. And I don't know if I don't want to keep giving them $10 a month for something that just I know is probably not going to be good. I'll watch season 5, I will, but only because it's going to be it's going to be free eventually, you know? All the episodes will release on YouTube. But I'm not going to pay for it, okay? I'm not going to keep sending them my money. Plus, I looked multiple times to see if my name was in the last section of the video with all the patrons, and I couldn't find my name ever. I don't know if I'm just blind, but it feels like they just didn't include me in there, which is really annoying, because I was like, I mean, it's not a big deal, because I started watching the episodes early and everything. I just wish that I could, see my name there, but I still never saw it. Either way, if this show, I'll truly never stop watching this Adventure Camp, because it's something. It's like total drama, but we actually get stuff yearly, instead of just hoping that eventually the show can be picked up again. We had the reboot seasons, which were generally not bad. They were pretty good, actually. Wayne and Priya winning they're good characters. I like them. Even though Damien was unfairly booted, gotta say that I can't say I didn't have a smile on my face when Wayne was winning, or Wayne won. So, you know what? Even though Total Drama's reboot wasn't perfect, it was still a great step in the right direction. But we just haven't gotten anything. So this Adventure Camp is there, and we have this Adventure Camp. In fact, there's literally 4 seasons worth of content you can go watch. I know who wins every season. I know what happens in the end. And I can tell you that it's a good show. But I don't know if it's going to keep getting better. It might just keep getting worse. And that's just really unfortunate that I have to say that. Because it seems that Jared keeps picking his favorites. And if he keeps doing that, his show is going to go down the shitter. And it already is. So, you know what? Only time will tell. We'll have to see what happens when when the new season comes out. We'll have to see how the characters are written and everything. Now it turns out overall. I don't really have super high hopes, but you know what? I'm going to thug it out. I'm going to stick it out, and hopefully the show gets better. We're going to thug this shit out, and we're going to get through it. I won't go any further than that, but we're gonna... I think you kind of have to be sort of close. But you know what? I just think, you know, they keep making dumb, shitty choices too. Like, I don't get what the fuck they were thinking when they were choosing a cast for season 5. Like, the newer cast, the new 12 characters, that's fine. They're all new, so we can't say anything about them yet because we don't know what they're like. But why are we bringing, like, I like Tom, and I'm happy he's coming back. He's one of my favorites. But he doesn't need to compete, dude. He has a whole season to himself. He doesn't need to compete anymore. He's got plenty going on, guys. But whatever, I guess he's gonna be here regardless of whether we want him or not. So. And whatever, right? Looting 2. These are ridiculous, man. I'm feeling... Okay. Not gonna lie, that really pisses me off, because what do you mean I got Unbreaking 3, and that's it? You know, I'll take it, actually. It's pretty good. Now, here's the thing. I could take this enchantment and hope that I get something good out of it. But the chances are I might just get Unbreaking 3. Ooh, I'll take that, actually. Lunge 3 and Unbreaking 3. How do I lunge? This is awesome. Maybe I'm just bad, but it feels like the spear is like... It doesn't feel like it's that good at hitting these targets. How much wheat do I have? Not much. I mean, I can make 24 bread, I guess. That's it, though. Do I have any more food? I mean, like, I got steak, I guess. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm kind of like I don't know what it is, but I don't really. I'll do some Nether exploration, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling Minecraft right now. I'm not like really wanting to play. Oh, Kitsy, you're so cute. I kind of want to play some like Geometry Dash or something. Baby. He's so cute.
Not a cutie.
I really know. Like, I'm gonna go explore the Nether really quick. But to be honest, I don't really want to play Minecraft right now that badly. Kind of want to play some Geometry Dash or something. You know what I might do though? Is I might go kill a bunch of those sheep in there. Because, well, for one, I have looting on this sword. And I could get a bunch of meat from that. Which is good. And I don't really need these sheep anymore. Because I use them for just my, Wait. Oh, wait! They added the critical hit sound effect. Dude! They added the... They didn't add, like, the... Get Rizzalicious, Tyler says. You know what? I might do that just for you, Tyler. But they added the critical hit sound effect. Listen to this. When I hit a zombie, it'll go like... Oh! Sick as hell, dude. It makes the Oh. Yeah, it's a spear, dude. Check this out. Whoa. It's got lunge 3 on it. I'll take this with me. It takes hunger when you use it though, so you can't use it too often. Because you gotta save your durability. That's so cool though that they added the it's such a niche thing to get like excited about, but that sound effect has been in Java for years, and it's been missing from Bedrock for so long. But now that it's finally in the game, it's so exciting to me because it's like just something small that I've been hoping to see. These guys are super inefficient though. Maybe I should build another one. There's 31 sheep in that thing. Anyways. Yeah, it was added today, Tyler. Actually. It was actually added today. To be honest, it's it's cool, but I feel like it's still kind of one of those weapons that's like, it's like, what's the point? Because, like, it's not really that good. It feels like you have to kind of be... Like, it has a long reach. Okay, actually, never mind. It's not bad at all. Never mind. I was just using it wrong. I'm styling on this zombie. It is really fun to do like the dash though at them. It's good for getting away, too. It's just not very... I mean... It is... Honestly, the lunge... Oh, dude, wait, hold on. Hold on. You can joust on this thing. Because you can... Oh, man. What did they do to the horse, man? Why is it so laggy now? I'm jousting the freaking skeleton. Yeah. Oh, and you can hit multiple at once? Yeah. You have to be like right on it though. But it's still pretty cool. I don't know. I think they changed the horse's controls for some reason. It feels really bad. Like, I think they made it like the skeleton horses for some reason. Feels very slappy it is. Just gonna throw all this away. Okay. What we are gonna do now though is we're gonna go to the Nether. Because I've been cooking up some food. We'll bring some dirt with us. We'll use this to bridge out because I don't have a lot of blocks. I'm at level 30 now. Maybe I could get another enchantment or something. Looting 2 is pretty good, but preferably I'd have sharpness. Ooh, or maybe I could enchant another spear. Let me do both. Because they have different enchantments. So I'll do a sword and another diamond spear. And we'll see what we can do. So for our spear, we get bane of arthropods. That's terrible. For sword, we get sharpness 3. We'd probably just get sharpness 3, though, unfortunately. Well, let's do it. Yeah. I guess if we combine these two tools together, it won't be that bad. I mean, we'd have a breaking 3, sharpness 3, looting 2. That's not a bad phone. They'll probably cost a lot then, combined. Yeah. But hey, we have an extra diamond spear now. We can enchant later. Yeah. So we're gonna head to the Nether. We have pretty good armor, and I just remembered that I have to grab my food because I don't have food. Yeah. It's just about done. We'll just wait here. But yeah, I like the spear. I think at first, like 5 minutes ago, I was like, this weapon is low-key trash. But now that I'm like actually using it and stuff, and learning how to use it more effectively, it's actually pretty good. It's not bad, it's just precise. You have to be like pretty spot on with your jousting and your running to actually make it worth using. But if you can do that, it is worth using because it is pretty good. Although I don't like how they changed the horses because they feel really sloppy to ride on. I don't like it. But overall, this is a pretty good update so far. And we still have the Nautiluses as well to look after. See what I mean though? Like, it just feels super delayed and clunky, and I don't know why they changed it. But I want to take a look back really quick, or just take a step back and look at my farms. Because I didn't do that last time I was playing. And I just think it would... Yeah, see how cool that looks? Oh my god, it's so cool. And it's not even done yet. Like, when we're done, it's going to look so much cooler. You know? It's going to look so much cooler. It's going to be incredible. Like my horse is still fast. It still jumps decently high. It's just just very sloppy to control. So, but yeah, we'll go to the Nether now. I remember I did make it safe, so we shouldn't die or anything immediately. I feel like I'm being... I have no clue where this guy came from. Whoa! Lunch is at 3. Ah, man. Okay. So my girlfriend's lunch is at 3 o'clock. Which means I won't be able to go to my Spanish class. Which I guess I'm not super upset about, but... The last time I went to the Nether was a little bit ago, so... Not much has changed here. Except for the fact that I now have better tools and armor, so it's a lot less dangerous to me. But yeah, other than that, nothing. I'm still going to be blocking this off so I don't fall over into lava. That's dangerous. I'll block it on this side too. Eventually I'll replace it all with cobblestone so it's extra safe, but that's not for now. There we go. Perfectly safe. And now we're gonna just start running in another direction. We're gonna start going this way. I'll put dirt blocks with torches over everything, just so I don't forget which way I go. And like in a place like right, oh, I didn't mean to do that. In a place like right here, I'll just dig down. Unfortunately, Enderman can pick up dirt blocks, though. So I'll have to be a little bit careful on my way back. Because they can pick up my blocks and move them. Which means I can lose my way back home easily. I don't really know where I'm going, though, to be honest. Whenever I explore the Nether, I usually just, like, kind of look around and hope that I find like another fortress, which is what I need. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. I don't know if that'll work out here. It doesn't always work out, you know, but it's usually my best bet. I'll check out up here really quick. Oh, 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 oh. we just basically gotta keep running in a certain direction until we get to a certain area. What the hell? Okay, this doesn't go anywhere, but I will break this because glowstone is awesome. And I will also air gas that way, so I think I will just mine straight from here. Straight into this wall. 'Cause what else am I gonna do? And look at that, we're actually into Nether wastes now, which is good. Maybe it's more dangerous, yeah, but it means that we're getting into an area where I think Nether fortresses can actually spawn, which is good. And there's one right there. Wowza. See what I mean? Now we just gotta figure out how to work our way down there. That is a pretty deadly drop right there, so you know what, let me just, I'm not gonna start placing blocks and torches yet. That will kill me if I fall and I'll lose everything. Looks like the idea might be to go take like a hard left or hard right, sorry. Now, I am gonna go ahead and put some protectors on the side to keep me from falling. I don't know if this fall will kill me, but fucking I ain't finding out, alright? So. Uh-oh. Well, we don't really have anything to hit this guy. So. Shoot your balls. Wait. Seriously? gosh. Got two of these idiots after me. I'm gonna head down here first. I try to be cool, but to be honest, the spear isn't really that good for... You kind of need to be going against melee enemies for it to be good, I think. Anyways. We're at a point where none of the stuff really in this place would be that good to us, but I'm still going to take it, you know? You know, I don't even think I usually have this good of equipment going into Nether ever. Usually coming with, like, basic iron gear. So... There's still some useful stuff in here nonetheless. Oh my god, where'd you come from? They're so bright. I don't even know where that base came from, man. Okay. I don't think lighting this up does anything. Oh, wither skeleton. Iron and gold. That's all I get. To be fair, I think I ended up going to this thing a little bit earlier than I usually do. Uh-oh. What's up here? Nothing. Just nothing. Alright, we'll go up here now. I think this leads out into the greater Nether fortress, which has nothing loot-wise except for maybe a blaze spawner, but I don't really need that at the moment. And I think I've done everything back here. So we'll head up. Ooh, okay. Oh shit! Where did you come from? I don't even know where he came from. That was dangerous. Where'd you come from? Nope, nope, nope. Oh, that's where he came from. Ow. Wait, what? Would you? Thank you. Nope. Oh, Jesus. Whoa, he has a spear? Sick. Alright, what do we get for all that effort? Nothing. It was not worth anything. Not a chest. Great, and then we have to go through all this now. That's just really sad that we went through everything there because we didn't get nothing worth that. We didn't get anything worth that. That's so stupid, bro. Just how it is, though. Sometimes it's just how it be. Hey, at least we can get some magma cream over here. And that's actually worth it. Did they fix magma cube too? Oh, they did. They don't like jump out anymore and at you. So they're still annoying to fight, but they're not as annoying. One of them's still alive. I just thought he was attacking me from the grave like they do. This is why I hate knockback, because if I had knockback, this would be much worse. I actually had to take that slow because I could have died there. Which is even more funny because I got nothing out of that chest anyways that I needed, so it made it even more pointless. I almost died. Well, probably almost died for nothing. Yeah, the Nether Fortress loot could be updated, I guess. I suppose I can need another saddle if I'm going to get a Nautilus. It's kind of the whole point of this update, is they added new things that you would need a saddle for. You know, I do kind of wish, though, that the range for hitting something while lunging was a little bit bigger. It just feels way too small. See, that's actually good loot. I'll take that. I don't even think it's worth it for us to go to the Nether Fortress bridges. Is that what they're called? I don't know. Because, I don't see the point in doing that right now. Yeah, I went that way. I can't even remember which way it was. I think it was this way. And then up here. But I don't really know if I should. Oh shit, I didn't see him. Yeah, I'm just gonna go home. I found a fortress though. That's good. That's actually something we need. So we'll keep this place in mind. We'll come back. Goodbye, Nether Fortress. I think, since my girlfriend's going on lunch at 3, I probably should study or whatever. I might just, stop playing Minecraft now. Actually, you know what I should do? Is I should keep looking. I should keep exploring a little bit and try to get a happy gas. Yeah, I'll keep looking around a little bit. I want to find a Soul Sand Valley and get a happy gas. those guys is actually quite useful. What if the happy gas was supposed to be part of Mounts of Mayhem? But then it wasn't included last minute or something. Because they didn't really have a lot for the summer drop and they wanted something. That's a possibility. Oh, we died in one hit. I think the bow has like some weird like damage variation where it can do like a little bit more sometimes and like less sometimes. I don't really get that, but I don't know. I don't know if we can get anywhere by going this way. Just because it doesn't go down, you know? And I don't really want to waste my time. I'm not going to get anywhere. So, I think I'll just head back over there. If I had some... Oh, I do have gold ingots. Maybe if I find some piglins, I can barter with them and then... like, actually get a happy gas from them. That's one of the two ways. You can also craft it, too. But you need, like, a lot of gas tiers, which is kind of not really worth getting. It's easier just to find a happy gas. I'd rather have one than not. Oh, now the gas despawned. I don't really know what happened to, I don't really know what happened to it, but it's just gone, I guess. There's a wither... You know what? I'm gonna kill this wither skeleton, actually. It just sucks I don't have a shield anymore. You know what I can do, though? To counteract that? Just make another one. I will have to... That blaze is a little bit annoying. But we'll get around him. I'm mainly just looking for either piglins or Soul Sand Valley, because I need to find one of those in order for me to get the things I need. Ah, Soul Sand Valley. Perfect. Look. Where do they keep coming from? You know what? I am actually going to grab these gas tiers, though. If they dropped any. They didn't. Fucking stupid. Oh! Piglins! You know what? Oh, they have a crossbow? I thought they... Oh, no, they don't use bows. They've always used crossbows. I'm just stupid. Ooh. That was actually kind of dangerous. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. I shouldn't have lunged. That was silly. And dangerous. I could have died. But luckily for me, it looks actually pretty safe. Oh man, look at all these bones. How many arrows do I have? Well, it turns out that was my last one. It's funny. No happy gas here. I'm gonna bundle some of this stuff up. Ow. Oh my god. Let me just burrow in a hole really quick. Get some more health. And also, I'll just take a little time to organize my inventory. Oh yeah, the intervals take up a lot of it, don't they? Okay. There's one right there. I'm out of here. Ah! I'm out of here! Get me out of here! Don't shoot me, bitch. God, there's a lot of fucking wither skeletons there. You know what? I can take them. I want to see if I can get a skull. Cannot. Oh, there's one down there. No skull. I'll just leave him alone. Leave him alone and head back. I like the spear for mobility too, because I feel like the hunger drawback, along with the fact that you can't like go up, like you can with Riptide, makes it not only a balanced enchantment but also like fun, because you want to still use Riptide for like that kind of thing, but. It was kind of funny though, is that people always act like the new weapon that Minecraft adds is going to be like broken. It's going to break the game and it's going to be so overpowered, but it almost never is. Is there a twisting vine I can get into? There's not. But, you know, the spear is actually quite a balanced weapon. I'm really glad that they listened to the fans and the community, because originally the spear took so much durability away when you used lunge, and it just made it worse. And if it was the same way it worked in this game, but it just took more durability, I would have been really upset because it would have been really bad. But they changed it. So, good on them. Really good on them. Really, really good on them. Anyways, I think what we're gonna do is I'll put this guy in the water here. Oh shit. Well, I don't know, guys. I think it might be it for this episode. But yeah. I like how you get a few dashes before it starts taking durability. Or not durability, hunger. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today's episode, guys. In the next episode, I'll probably, since I did something kind of fun, I'll probably start trying to make a design for the wall down there, maybe. Oh, shit. I forgot that I could do the wall down there. And I'm gonna stream Geometry Dash right now, because obviously, yes. So,